God. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh 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 my God. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh. Have you seen it?
You saw it too? A kind of gray cloud passed by my yellow window. I live on the 3rd floor.
I have gone crazy. Or the supernatural is present. Something passed in front of my window on the 4th floor.
A solid, hairy body.
Yes.
That rose dizzily? Yes! Me too! I saw it too! Me too is two! To you! But to me, it seemed like a soft body. Like liquid.
No, it was long and windy.
No, sirs, I assure you. It was evanescent. Like a gas, it disappeared in my very hands.
Wait!
Yes?
Yes?
You...
Yes?
I forget.
Wait a minute! I know who would have seen it.
Who? Yeah, who?
The concierge!
Gasp. Shall we call them then?
When?
Now.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Concierge!
Concierge!
Concierge! Have you seen it?
Have you seen it? What rose from the street? Calm yourselves. 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 I assure you, it is nothing extraordinary. It is merely the body of a young woman rising from the mucky muck. Clumsy, bonesily, all about her gizzards, up the old wind chute, evanescent gas, corporeal liquidity, acutely, countedly, performantly, perfunctory, whom every day, whose love lover, every day, sucks up to her, and thus windedly upward to her, and it's him, and it's them, and of course they don't use the stairs. You dirty pig!
Oh!
You dirty little pig boy! I maintain the honor of this building.
Stopping, starting, starting, stopping,
Starting, stopping, stopping, starting.
Don't you know I died then? Don't you die, I know him.
Don't you know I died then? Don't you die, I know him.
Stopping,
Get out.
starting, starting,
Get out.
stopping,
Starting, stopping, starting.
Don't you know I died then? Don't you die, I know him.
Don't you know I died then? Don't you die, I know him.
Please
Get out.
then.
Please
Get out.
Please
Get
died then.
Please
you
get
I
out.
know him.
Please get out. Please get out.
Over
colleagues. And now it is a question of assigning the futurist prize. Ablario.
You should probably say airplane, so that people know what you're talking about.
As I was saying the other day, Ablario of the latest model that, as you know, is good for breaking all records of operation, height and speed. There are a good many competitors. Poets, musicians, architects, videographers, narrative writers, non-narrative writers, VJs, DJs, PJs, men who wear hats, women who wear hats, men and women who don't wear hats, paleontologists, sculptors, food journalists, food makers, food manufacturers. Well, let's decide. Let's first vote by secret ballot. Let's first vote for the genus of the candidates, then let us vote for the species, or in other words, for the names.
Very distinguished gentlemen, there is a new candidate. He insists that the original announcement of the contest did not include a category for the presentation of titles, and since he comes from far away and was unable to hasten his steps, thus he asks to be admitted equally to the contest. He says that he will present himself in person.
Ha! Good! Let's see!
Honorable sirs, I declare myself to be the most artificial man in the world. I have a cork leg, a plated rope arm, a rubber ear, a glass eye, and if this is not enough, a wig.
And you aspire to this, the Futurist Prize?
Certainly. I was reduced thus by an explosion in a workshop on which I did chemical research into the basis of nitroglycerin and prussic acid.
What say you to this, honorable colleagues? I remember the great influenza.
I recall its peculiar qualities.
It's great to have you spend an evening at home, Jeff. It's been quite a while since we played.
There are extraordinary disadvantages.
Are you careful about your appearance?
Click, click, click.
Are you careful about your appearance?
I remember the great influenza.
There are extraordinary disadvantages.
It's great to have you spend an evening at home, Jeff. It's been quite a while since we played.
I recall its peculiar qualities.
Click, click, click. Click, click, click.
I recall its peculiar qualities.
Careful about your appearance.
I remember the great influenza.
There are extraordinary disadvantages.
It's great to have you spend an evening at home, Jeff. It's been quite a while since we played.
Click, click, click.
It's great to have you spend an evening at home, Jeff. It's been quite a while since we played.
There are extraordinary disadvantages.
Are you careful about your appearance?
I recall its peculiar qualities.
I remember the great influenza.
Click, click, click.
I would like to make a proclamation.
Click, click, click.
I am in the midst of a great transition. Powerful changes are overtaking me. I'm a vision! Not slanted like poetry, but upright like a dream. Bear witness, even now I shudder in the grip of my transformation. I am the clean bitter, coming into pocket like a baby seal settles upon the on-running waves. Blue fronds come together on cans and strings. And you arrive. Piercing twigs of light. What is this place? An unorganized body. That's what it is. Fertile. Prone. Ugly. It is a thought the undoing has of itself. Behold as sacred those figures absolved from consequence. Night is a fire you can't put out. There are extraordinary disadvantages. I recall its peculiar qualities. I remember the great influenza. Be careful about your appearance. It's great to have you spend a week at home, Jeff. It's been quite a while since we played. Yep. Give it to me.
Give it to me.
Are you my
true friend?
Are you there?
Did you go?
I'm watching.
What?
The kiss. Let me go into your room.
I can't. I swore I'd be faithful to others.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
The moonlight goes out.
Slow, solid.
I will go get myself one.
I kissed her on the forehead. She said to me, "You will not have my body, and no one else will have it." And I said to her, "If others kiss you on the mouth, I will kill myself." And she said to me, "I will write you everything about myself. I am fickle but loyal. Fickle but fickle, fickle but loyal. Loyal."
So then the guy with the pistol comes back in and grabs Sheila and throws her onto the floor, like really hard, right? And she screams, which gets him really like mad. A lot madder, you know? And so, he goes back into the kitchen, like to get something or something, I don't know. I think it turned out to be like duct tape or whatever, but he didn't have like time, or he didn't have a chance to, do whatever with that, because by the time he got back in the room, Sheila had already gotten up, and she was like really freaking out, and like really mad now, because she was so, like she just went into a fucking rage, like a PCP rage, like I didn't know that could actually happen, but she just tore the shit out of him, just tore that shit up and basically like lifted him up and threw him the fuck straight over her head, like across the room. And I guess he dropped the gun because next thing I know,
And I'm like so fucking confused during all this, like scared shitless, but like not nearly as on the wall as the other girls. Thank fuck they were there. I have no idea where I would be if it wasn't for them and their like freak precision and superhuman strength or some shit. But like Ronnie grabbed the gun and had it at his head, and he got really still because she had this wild fucking crazy look in her eye, like she was really gonna pull the trigger any second, and her finger was definitely twitching on the trigger. She definitely knew what she was doing. I've known Ronnie for a long time, and we got him tied to a chair, and the two of them just started kicking the shit out of him, like feet to the face, to the crotch, to the stomach, back, knees, and we raided his kitchen, his bourbon, his beer, just beat the crap out of him, made a real party out of it, like.
I'm starting here. Right here. Just keep your... Hey. Keep your... You there. Please. Keep your... Self-focused.
I have no interest in you feeling hopeful, or myself for that matter. Besides, you really can't hurt me anymore, can you? We're all so different, aren't we? We all got secrets. But there is one thing I want to be clear on. This all makes sense. It's all right now. It's all right now. It's all right now. Right. You're not yourself. You're not a self. Stop yourself. This is... It is what it is, you know? Just expect nothing. Can I tell you, it's like there's no wind in my sails, and then all of a sudden a buoy is right in front of my face. Can I tell you, it's like there's only one thing that definitely happens, and it... What?
Oh. Hello. Thank you for, being here.
What are you working on?
This? You?
This? Oh.
This. Huh?
This.
Quit acting surprised by anything at this point. It's truly the thing that angers me most.
But you have to admit that things are surprising.
No! And absolutely no!
You did disagree, but I must agree this time.
But what about the things that are surprising?
There are 0 of those!
But! I mean, the obvious.
No! Nothing is surprising! Please stop angering me!
Then why am I confused all the time?
Unrelated illness.
You aren't really. That is why you're confused.
I can never be happy when I'm happy.
All I want is to...
Me too is to...
This is not right.
Still... Okay.
I have had just about enough of this!
Or a commune hats I pot keep falling vest high, pray. Leave my Alaskan yak moon be. Good. Luba beam. You'll eat the team's net. Too cocky, yes. Take on your name. Steely as a bivouac. Rot and a bow chatting. Oh, as the little one is cherub ilk, a comely ardor. Cheat-oding, he do she. Me a nasty knave or me an orphan. An ear and a new gel, each one more. Annoy, order, and etiolate the next vat. Such the Californian. Shoe a code or shoe the cushion showed. Itch no edge. My valet, let her stick. As lover he let off my triumphal arc. Piss snob. Best let no products cave or the lube of nuts by sex stolen tea. Oh, as lovable, yes. Take heed, cock groom. Bid nothing. Drowsily obey every bohemian leader. May every yak a shy skeet be. Yes. As a sleeve sees the ego most, you verily view hollows of grooming. A comet, he'll cheer at gory ash. Rookie, brush yachts you've knees to ski. Yes, a big lay lets me green LaRoche. Oh, as liable you lie tusks in cackling knots. See? In each enemy need, oh, see your name. Oh, poetry tosses me shaves, LaRoche. Proceed you, lubrious chew. Move a lot, save la cocky noche. Bread of owing, need the usual knowing. Cockamamie, goal of fame, you each chat. Did ye take old Shoy? Take him energy.
Now we're all here, is that right, Johnson? Yeah. Johnson? Yeah. Charcer? Yeah. Johnstar?
benevolent. Now, we thought that was Gurney's territory.
No!
We can accomplish the same.
Only if the Gertis is balanced. It's clearly not.
All the same.
All the same.
All the same.
Now, this sureness, it's not going to become an incredibly embarrassing situation for everybody involved.
Gasp!
Now, there won't be any Gore Popular until Bukurski. Full staff, Rattle John. I know.
Don't think I can't relate. I can.
You son of a bitch.
Gasp!
Quiet, you.
I've been thinking.
Don't make a habit of it.
Okay, that's it.
You! Each and every one of you has designs on taking this fortundle to its logical conclusion, don't you?
Well, conclusion.
Consciousness doesn't exist is my point. You can storm Puckle until you're Gertis in the face, but the facts, I mean, those old facts and figures, they remain the same.
Let's take up the facts for a moment.
Surely.
Everyone is drunk in a lyrics.
There was a man in my hometown, this hulking Galungus of a giant. A real hooboy, if you catch my drift. Do you? I should know. Do not impugn my judgments! And all alone, every day, he'd sit, lost in a pile of sunlight. Couldn't tell his stern goals from his lampers. 1,000 wrecking starlights falling in and out every day. And there he'd sit. Boy, could he sit! Till one day, he had enough sunlight, he busted out every streetlight in town, along with every alderman and police officer and utilities agent, until he had, at long last, found that what do you call it?
Torpid.
Exactly. Torpid. If we're to alert the dip every time the door to the barrel house opens like a sea of ants, the collapsing atmosphere, how do you even breathe? Very conscious of it these days. I have a very firm grasp on reality. Really got my hands around it. When someone tells me what I'm looking at, I really begin to see it. But where was that? Oh, yes! The Wanzit, the stone that pulls me to the center of the earth. Have you seen? You know, it doesn't falter. Greed is enough to want to culp it and break it endlessly. The maddening riptide from beginning to middle to flip. Now, I can defend from time to time an accidental
Porpoise.
lovely noble creatures. I couldn't agree more.
I make myself more agreeable these days. Much more agreeable.
If I could repurpose something from an earlier discussion.
About the floating bodies?
Naturally.
I have no desire, no more than the next torque for crimping these fools and blowing their wings across the sanctuary. Angular assault wave creeps out like a shadow.
The start of it all.
Behold! Within it, creeping, earn its vacuum weight, dreaming of a mountainside population. Mechanism, machine, liquid, malady, mellow, magazine, management.
Seas that see the sea to beam make most boats moist, moors. Starlight, stalemate. A man is a man no more. Horse.
Since the movements become fixed, gestures passed to a state of lineament, are themselves capable of grace, it would perhaps appear to be rational to comprehend equally under this idea of beauty some apparent or imitative movements, the flamboyant lines, for example, undulations.
way, volunteers.
Why?
For my machine.
What is it?
It is a room machine.
What does it do?
It thrives.
For how long?
As long as it can.
How does it work?
Relentlessly.
How does it look?
Blindly.
How's it feel?
Numbly.
How does it speak?
Dumbly.
How's it start?
Silently.
How does it stop?
Violently.
Thank you, I'm not interested.
I am looking for healthy volunteers.
Why?
For my machine.
What is it?
It is a room machine.
Where does it lie?
It lies in the room.
What does it look like?
It looks like the room.
What does it smell like?
It smells of the room.
What sounds does it make?
The sounds of the room.
And what is its width?
As wide as the room.
What is its breadth?
As broad as the rooms.
What is its height?
As high as the rooms.
Well, I have a question.
Yes.
About the room machine.
Yes.
Is it simply the room?
Yes.
And nothing more than the room?
Yes.
And only the room?
Yes.
Nevertheless, is it more than the room?
Oh, yes.
Thank you, I am not interested.
I am looking for healthy volunteers.
Why?
For my machine.
What is it?
It is a room machine.
What is it?
It is a room machine.
What is it?
A room machine, of course.
What is it?
A room machine, they say.
What is it?
A room machine down to its dust.
What is it?
A room machine, perfect for couples.
What is it?
A room machine, complete with its own air.
What is it?
A room machine, a barge on time.
What is it?
A room machine under the bleary eye of God.
What is it?
A room machine, a pinkish tiny coda.
What is it?
A room machine, the very picture of surrender.
Well, what is it?
A room machine, you little shit.
I have a question!
Yes.
About the room machine!
Yes.
Regarding the room machine!
Yes.
About the room machine!
What is it?
It's a room machine.
I know that.
I know that.
I know that!
Who do you think you are?
A little shit!
A room machine.
Breathing? Shit! Meat! Waits to die!
Are you interested?
something, wasn't it? So I thought I'd come out here and provide a little clarity on these proceedings, as one does. And also to engage each of you in concrete debate about tangible concepts and relatable ideas. How's that sound? Yeah. Good. So let's think of all this in simple terms, okay? So picture an orange. Now picture the rind of that orange. Great, you got it. So let's see this drawn out. Right? I guess not everybody relates to the same sort of learning. Some are visual, for example, while others are oratory sponges. If we align our interests, you and I will the quickening of the spirit. Yes? There you go. The spiritual body, the connective tissue that try this. Try this instead. There's a forest that each of us, in our attempts to carve out with mighty and triumphant hands, okay. Imagine before you, but stretching out now from your, if we pretend that everything is solved, and stick with me, this is going to pay off, I promise. If we allow it to become very practical, if we allow the practicality of it to invade our lives, to swallow us whole in our cresting over ever more infinite wavelengths, and I'm speaking to us as if we're all infants now, but if you can imagine in the very far off, the very tip of your spiritual being, that the spiritual residue, if we can hold that at arm's length just for a moment, and we collectively can aim this very directly into without holding anything back, you see, the way I look at it, the way I've been looking at it, we can lay out, try this. Lay out before you a matrix of dots. And you can see them extending in a very deliberate manner. There's a pattern that forms. If we're both looking, if you and me, and in fact all of us are gazing out at this collective construct that we are, I don't want to say manifesting, but conjuring? Conjuring is really just agreeing, right? So we agree that we see this infinite line of dots along this matrix, and along each dot we see extending in every direction, in fact in directions that we've never experienced before, directions that we couldn't possibly have anticipated. I suppose that we could have, but the matter of fact is, the fact of the matter is, the manner of mounting mannerisms, the fact of the facing mounting matter of matters, the Marnie. The better angels of our republic, of course. A matrix lies before us. And what I want you to do is assign a value or an experience to each point along that grid and ask yourself if there is one most desirable, most attractive shape that you can imagine a grid of perfect aesthetics. You, me, all of us manifesting a perfect aesthetic grid that we can manifest on its... is, useless. Faced with the infinite, all things are equal. All things are on the same plane. Birth, their life, death, meaningless. So what should I choose? Oh, the doubt, the uncertainty. On this day, 1984. Maybe after breakfast I'll take up reading. Ancient tomes. Waiting. Heavy paradoxical literature. Or I could fire a revolver instead. Well, let's fire a revolver.
Hello? I can't hear you. Try coming a little closer. If I just working out the current. Now it tells me where I need to be. You understand?
I understand.
You can't expect to be desperate forever.
After all, you're not an idiot.
I can make a living right here. I can make a living right here. I am the master of my time and space.
Hello? Well, I say
no to wanton beasts. My heart is boiling vinegar. This is a good time for dying.
I'd say.
Yes. What?
Try to be as you were.
Well, if I ever did that liverfish before, well, now I just couldn't. Tisk, 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 tisk. Tisk. Tisk, tisk, tisk. All of this bothersome, worrisome, preposterous noise, just noise, and you have the nerve to crawl inside of the whole thing, arching akimbo to pray for the toilet bowl fish. You monster! I carve from you whatever shape I want you to be, like a lemon-sucking little piggy, with your shit-faced expression chamber locking in ugly grooves. You That is the price you pay you. Pay you is the price that is you. Pay the price you. The price that is the price. That price. The is you, that the you, price you pay. Price is the you, that the price the you pay that price.
Yellow. Kind of.
Oh, sorry. I know.
I know.
I know. I know.
I know.
I know.
Yellow. You son of a bitch.
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 Son of a bitch.
You 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 son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch.
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 You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Yellow.
You son
Of
bitch. You son
of
you
son
of bitch.
you son
of
You son of a bitch.
That was really beautiful, you son of a bitch. Thank you. Hold on. Yes? Can you hold on?
Yellow. Oh, hello. It isn't mine. It isn't. No, it isn't. My car is white. What? My car? I love my car. Well, goodbye.
This just came in. Time on the human scale is an idiotic proposition. No. 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 Me neither. Some of it is lost in the inflection. Probably a great deal, I'm afraid. Anyhow, it's none of my business. In some cultures, that... Well, goodbye.
Yellow. Ask what he wants. $100. Picture in your mind 100 American dollars. What? Well, what does he want? revolting. No, that's insulting. That is an insult to the quiet majesty of the flag. Tell him I hope he gets cancer.
Well, is it a tumor or a cyst? Well, a difference in quality as well as kind. After all, I'm not an idiot. What do you think of this? At the market, I bought onions and English peas. I packed them into a sack and flung them over my shoulder so that the little bulbs pressed coldly on my body as I climbed the hill. You suppose that's true? I couldn't imagine. Yes, but even a baby has coiled inside him the capacity for moral outrage. You're right, goodbye.
Yellow. It's Spanish. Yes? Oh, Jesus. I don't care what the kids call you. The one with the wooden leg? Well, it doesn't scare me. Next time, don't stare directly into the wound. That's my advice.
This just came in. My mother says that nobody is more a man than me. Not the happy flower, not the laughing bee. No. What? Aha! This is yesterday's. That's why it isn't news.
Hello. Can you wait a minute? Wait one goddamn minute. Picture in your mind one Christ-loving minute and wait it out! Oh my God. It is obvious to me at last that I have mastered nothing. Well, goodbye.
When I was 8 years old, a man broke into my house and murdered my mother and my father. I was only spared because I'd been sent to the hospital early in the day to be treated for a chronic respiratory condition that left me strangled all throughout childhood. The morning of the murder, I collapsed into my bowl of cornflakes and nearly drowned. Because of this brush with death, I skirted the death that was meant for me and began a life, as it were, loosed from its fate. Now, there were several days of idiotic calm, during which I was still unaware of the murder. Spoiling away in my dank little hospital room while the surly hospital wardens called my home, trying to get my parents to come take me off their hands. And the phone just rang and rang. Till finally, a nurse stopped by my house after work. She threw up right onto the carpet when she found the bodies. It left a gold flourish in the dirt brown blood that was soaking through the pile and already staining the floorboards. As I say, I began to view my life as a sort of floating contract with death, the fate I had shirked out of weakness as a result of my weak constitution. I began to feel dangerous and unruly, like a train that had slipped its tracks. So I decided to focus my life to a single point of obsession: rooting out the man who murdered my parents. So I haunted the basements of libraries and government buildings, microfiche and records rooms, I combed newspaper articles and police reports, and when those were exhausted, I worked door to door in a variety of disguises. I conducted interviews by phone. I put squirrely leading ads in all the papers. And finally, I found out who that man was.
Hello?
Hello?
He was you. Now, I am a fair man and a plain-speaking man, so let me be plain with you. I have a hunting knife hidden in my trousers. I will use it to kill you, and here's why you'll never see the knife. 100 times a day for the past 14 years, I have practiced drawing it from the place where it is hidden and slicing open your neck. I have practiced stepping out of range of the splatter. I have practiced the monkish work of erasing the scene of evidence. I have practiced the long night drive to a dried out creek bed, where I will burn your body and bury its remains. There is no possibility that I will fail. I have killed you 500,000 times already. I have perfected the act of killing you. And all that remains for me is to deliver that moment into the consecrated space where it is made perfect.
Every night I arrive in the same city, burning my fingers on crouching sun, on birdless feather of waves.
There will always be a fire room inhabited by these useful shards, so familiar, if also forgotten or in doubt. Just as there will always be pleasing someone to get your mind off the whole disaster. Our being here and being the same. It is the backdrop which is grown angry and now overwhelmed.
Make nocturnal birthmarks stand on ledge of face. The ever-aching eyes, the ever-required stance of the eyes. Righteousness you read into the fire.
Ravens, cigarette holes on the trees. Their voices were these folded stars. Good, but devastating and settling toward known targets. Bread, milk, sausages, tomatoes. There are sometimes these forms of holding on, the little thwarting fuzz of pain. Do not cry to one lost in snowpath. How does this sound? How does this sound?
Freezing cold and nice tonight too, so all right.